This man went from poverty, bullying, and addiction to becoming one of the greatest rappers the world has ever known. Born into struggle, raised in the streets of Detroit, Marshall Mathers had nothing. No money, no support, and no place in the rap world that accepted him. They told him he was too poor, too different, too white for hip-hop. But instead of quitting, he turned pain into lyrics and lyrics into power. So how did Eminem survive bullying, failure, addiction, and controversy, and still dominate music for decades? Eminem's real name is Marshall Bruce Mathers III. He was born on October 17, 1972, and raised in the tough streets of Detroit, Michigan. His childhood was anything but stable. Marshall grew up extremely poor, moving from one home to another, never knowing where he would live next. At school, he was constantly bullied and beaten. He felt like an outsider everywhere he went, and the pain followed him every day. By the age of 17, Marshall dropped out of high school. Education had failed him, and the world had already labeled him a failure. But in the middle of that darkness, he found one thing that saved him: hip-hop. Writing lyrics became his therapy, and rap battles became his classroom. The Detroit rap scene was tough. Almost all the top rappers were black, and many doubted that a white kid could survive, or even compete. Eminem didn't let that stop him. He jumped into freestyle battles, facing opponents who mocked and underestimated him. He lost more times than he could count, but he never quit. Each battle sharpened his skills. His rap grew faster, more aggressive, and full of raw emotion. He learned to turn anger and pain into words that cut deep. Still, the struggle was real. There were moments when he almost gave up, thinking maybe music wasn't meant for him. But something inside kept pushing him forward. His story wasn't finished yet. After years of battling in Detroit's underground, Eminem sent a demo tape to the Rap Olympics, a competition that could change his life forever. That tape eventually reached the hands of Dr. Dre, one of hip-hop's biggest legends. Dre was instantly blown away. He knew this kid had something no one else did. Dr. Dre signed Eminem to Aftermath Entertainment, giving him a chance that many thought impossible. Soon after, the Slim Shady LP dropped, announcing Eminem to the world with a bang. The world finally began to notice him. His sharp lyrics, raw energy, and unique voice set him apart. From Detroit's streets to global stages, Eminem was ready to take over. Eminem's fame exploded with albums like the Marshall Mathers LP and The Eminem Show. These records didn't just sell. They shattered charts, broke sales records, and dominated Billboard like no one else. He became the fastest-selling artist of his generation. Millions bought his albums on the first day. Critics couldn't stop talking about him, and fans couldn't get enough. But fame came with fire. His violent lyrics, explicit content, and attacks on celebrities sparked outrage. Parents protested, politicians condemned him, and media labeled him a threat to society. Yet, through all the controversy, Eminem became one of the most talked-about rappers in the world. To some, he was a media enemy. To others, he was a voice for a generation. And to millions of youth, he became an icon they could relate to. In 2002, Eminem took his story to the big screen with 8 Mile, a semi-autobiographical film where he played himself. The movie was a hit worldwide, bringing his journey from Detroit streets to a global audience. Fans saw the struggles, the battles, and the raw determination that had fueled his rise. The lead song, Lose Yourself, became an anthem for ambition and grit. It won an Oscar, making history as the first hip-hop song ever to receive the Best Original Song award. With 8 Mile and Lose Yourself, Eminem wasn't just a rapper anymore. He cemented his status as a cultural legend. Behind the fame and music, Eminem's personal life was just as dramatic. His most public relationship was with Kim Scott, his high school sweetheart. Their relationship was intense and turbulent. They married twice, divorced twice, and faced public drama that often made headlines. Love and anger seemed to exist side by side in their story. These experiences weren't just headlines, they became fuel for Eminem's music. Songs about love, betrayal, and heartbreak gave fans a window into his complicated personal life. Beyond fame and controversy, Eminem's life revolves around his children. His daughter, Haley Jade, has always been his biggest motivation and source of inspiration. He also cares deeply for his adopted children, Elena and Stevie. Family isn't just part of his life, it's his anchor. Eminem is a very private and protective father, always keeping his kids out of the spotlight. Yet, he frequently mentions them in his songs, sharing his love and struggles through his music. Fame and success couldn't shield Eminem from one of the darkest chapters of his life. He struggled heavily with prescription drugs and addiction, which nearly cost him everything. In 2007, he almost died from a near-fatal overdose. Friends were lost, and the world feared they might lose one of hip-hop's greatest talents forever. Following the overdose, Eminem disappeared from music and public life. He entered rehab, fought his demons, and slowly began his path to recovery. This period of darkness became a turning point. The struggle shaped him, and his return proved that even at the lowest point, resilience and determination could bring him back stronger than ever. After overcoming addiction and personal struggles, Eminem returned stronger than ever. Albums like Relapse and Recovery marked his triumphant comeback, proving that nothing could keep him down for long. He didn't stop there. With Kamikaze and Music to be Murdered By, Eminem reminded the world that his skill and creativity had never faded. He was still one of the sharpest, most influential voices in hip-hop. Eminem earned respect from every corner of the rap world. Old-school legends acknowledged his mastery, while the new generation looked up to him as a benchmark of excellence. His comeback wasn't just a return, it was a reaffirmation of his legacy. Eminem isn't just a rapper, he's one of the best-selling artists of all time and widely regarded as one of the greatest lyricists in music history. He changed hip-hop culture, reshaped rap storytelling, and inspired millions of people worldwide to find their own voice through music. Eminem didn't just survive the struggle, he turned it into history. Do you think Eminem is the greatest rapper of all time? Let us know in the comments. Comment your favorite Eminem song, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible artist stories.